Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Backfire Simsport TV. I'm Clyde Whiting, and tonight we have our usual dose of V8 action with the European Strength of Field official race from the very interesting and beautiful Interlagos circuit. In the booth with me tonight is Mr. Pete Bingham. Good evening.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Clyde.
And working all the magic in the background is Mr. Sam Boozin. Good evening, Sam.
Good evening, all.
So, Pete, last time out we had a Tony Kloosterman running away with it and then got caught by Nicole Foggy, who's not racing tonight. Interlagos, I know, is a track that you enjoy. Why do you enjoy it so much?
It's got lots of different challenging aspects to it, and lots of corners that you've really got to practice over and over and over again before you can get them right. one of the most critical corners is the left-hander before you enter onto the sweeping, what you might call the back straight. It just carries on through turns 14 and 15 and onto the start-finish straight. And if you get that wrong, you just get mugged. It's corners like that I enjoy, and this track has many of them.
Yeah, it certainly does. And just on the broadcast at the moment, you've just seen that we've done an unofficial standings for all the drivers that take part in this race that we broadcast on a Friday night. So we've only had one round. So the drivers finished with the iRacing points that they gained from the race. So be interesting to see, Pete, how that moves throughout the season and if somebody gets bragging rights at the end of it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, things like that are a real attraction to racers. It's like catnip. They see it and they want to be either high up there or on the top of it or whatever. So I think it'll definitely add a very interesting aspect to our race.
Yeah, like you say, drivers do like that sort of thing. Just looking down the list of names, we're into qualifying at the moment, and I've noticed Mr. Gary Croft is back. I know Gary has been suffering from quite a bad concussion, and I can't remember how he did it. I think it was something to do with a boat and an anchor. But yeah, nice to see Gary back and nice to see him sort of on speed already and up towards the pointy end of the grid.
Yeah, and good to see, because he'll be driving for Never Quit Racing, no doubt, because we need some cars to offset the XVR challenge. They're coming mob-handed, the XVR boys now, so we need as many in the other teams as possible. I know we don't team race for this one. This is purely an individual event, but you will see the paints for those people that are new to this. You'll see the paints, you'll see the teams, and they're as much racing within their teams as they are racing individually.
Yeah, being an official race is not really teams in it, so to speak. But, you've always got that, if your teammate is doing a bit better than you, do you let them pass? Do you do the multi-21? We thought we had one last week, but, the XVR guys denied that. But, it does certainly make things interesting.
It does. If that wasn't a multi-21, then I don't know what is. There's a fascinating field that we've got, actually. When you look at it, we've got 18 cars, and we've got a split of old people and new, not old people, that's just lane. We've got some familiar faces and some new faces. I'll let you say car number 4's name, because I'm not attempting that.
If anybody is watching our live timing and they can give us a suggestion on car number 4, apologies to car number 4. We've sort of guessed it's Richard, and then after that we've sort of given up a little bit. So unless somebody can tell us what to say, we're just going to call him car number 4.
So calling out the new names, Richard, car number 4. He is going to be car number 4. I'm not going to say Richard. Brendan McCarthy, we haven't seen him before, have we?
I don't believe so, no.
No, and then Colm Core, right at the bottom at the minute, in 18th currently.
Yeah, that's definitely another new name.
Yeah. So Aaron Dodd, we've seen him before. He's currently lighting up the timing screens and is currently our number 1 boy. Yeah,
and we've got another one on the screen at the moment, Arnaud Cordeses.
Yeah. It has to be French or Belgian or something along those lines, I think.
I would guess that would be French. But there is 21 cars in the server. We've only had 18 set times so far.
Yeah, it helps if you put the other screen on, doesn't it? Yep.
Yeah, so we've got Aaron Dodd currently on pole, Wayne Sanderson second, and Tony Kloosterman currently third. We've still got a minute left of qualifying before we go into our 32-lap race. And I do have some inside information that there will be a pit stop and most drivers, unless they are totally bonkers, will take tyres.
Right. I did some laps in the practice session that preceded this, and I have a few excuses for my time, but it was dark and I wasn't very good. Those are my excuses. I was 4 seconds off the top pace of what Aaron Dodd's just done. And your tyres go off extraordinarily quickly around here because you do end up ploughing a lot of corners in this car.
Yeah, interesting to say it was getting dark because sim time we're at 4:23 p.m. We have an 83 degrees Fahrenheit track. So I'm not really au fait with Brazil, but we'll have to wait and see whether the darkness does fall or not.
We will, and I'll go through the field because we're done with qualifying now. So your pole man is Aaron Dodd, followed by Wayne Sanderson in second, Tony Klusterman in third, Car 4 in fourth. How ironic. Gary Croft in fifth, great to see him back. Ant Woodward in sixth, Alexandru Negu in seventh, Brendan McCarthy in eighth, Stephen Walker in ninth, Kevin Duell in 10th, Michael Frost, big chair, in 11th, Andrew Hoffman, new big chair, in 12th, Kevin Honorato in 13th, Dean Flavel in 14th, Oldman O'Connor in 15th, James Murphy in 16th, Miro Haraski in 17th, Colm Core in 18th, Arnaud Cordesses in 19th. I'm sure that's not how you say that, Arnaud, so if you want to correct me, please do. Shane V. Powell in 20th and Matteo Jarret in 21.
Well done, Pete. So the cars are gridding. We wait for the lights. Bit of a long shot. But you'll hear the engine notes rise. You'll see the tyre smoke as they go.
Here we go.
And we are green. Why is cars going left and right all over?
I think we're 5 wide somewhere back there.
We certainly...
Oh, the lead's quite tasty as well. The lead's quite tasty.
Who's in the XVR car there? They were very squirrely. I think that's Stephen Walker. Isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, and he's away. Oh, where's he going? It's this left. Go left. Oh, that's carnage. Is that Mike Frost back there?
It. Yes.
Oh, dear. So we have a head-to-head for the lead spot at the minute.
We certainly do.
And Tony Klusterman. Tony's trying to go around the long way here. That's brave.
There is grip out there.
There is, and he's found it.
You get to there.
Yeah, but he's been undercut there on that corner. Wayne Sanderson's getting sniffy there as well. He's underneath Aaron Dodd, but the next corner is a right-hander, so that's not going to pull off unless he can get around the outside, which is unlikely. 3 Simability cars, Never Quit Racing cars in the top 5.
Yeah, they're doing well.
I don't know what's going on behind in the carnage at the start. Whoa, look at Aaron Dodd's launch out of that corner. That's the one I was mentioning before. That was mighty.
That was a hell of an overtake, that was.
That was just stunning. I don't know whether Tony got a bit wrong, but
yeah,
Aaron got it all right, that's for sure.
That made me moister than an oyster.
Oh, I've never felt so sick.
Oh, lock up from Tony.
Yep, and door banging.
Door banging.
Yeah, he's letting people go here, I think. That XVR car looks a little second-hand now. Apology from Tony on the live Vox. And he's about to get overtaken again on the inside. I don't know who that was in the red car. It's just behind him still, actually. Andrew Hoffman. Look at that paint scheme. That'll do it.
Yeah, so he's not done the chrome, though.
He's not, has he? He's lost his mid-file, hasn't he?
No, we'll have to sort him out.
Yeah, we'll beat him up later for that.
So Wayne's got door damage on his car, I see.
Yeah, on the right-hand side from that exchange with Tony. Oh, he's not got much traction, Tony, at the minute, has he? Unless his tyres are yet to come in, or he's already burnt them up. I'm not sure which it is.
Well, he did get a hell of a launch.
Yeah, he did. He was well away.
Great battle here. Shane.
Sorry, that red car was. Oh, what are you doing?
Oh, that was going to be a
James Murphy. The reason we get so carried away with these close calls is because it's really hard to stop these cars when they start going wrong. There's Lane O'Connor doing a move. Somebody better get that recorded.
Yeah, he'll probably fall asleep halfway through the move. He did.
He's gonna hate us for that, but never mind. Whatever. So,
I think the grief we get from Wayne, we're allowed to.
Yeah, we've renamed him as well. It's like
yeah.
Right, so Shane Powell locking up straight on at whatever turn that's called. It's got a big long name. I'll find it. Decidia del Lago. So descent by the lake.
It's a great midfield battle here.
Yeah, you could throw a very small blanket or handkerchief over all of these guys.
There's 7 of them in this.
They are in the thick of it as well. Is that? Oh no, it's not. Who is that in that car?
Lavelle is the number 11. Yeah.
Yeah, he's mastered that little group. Lane's making his way through as well.
You got Hoffman's in there. James Murphy is in there.
Hoffman's not in there. You're getting the wrong car. I think you're looking at Miro Hraski. The paint scheme on the bonnet is similar. Andrew Hoffman.
He's way ahead of this lot.
Yeah. Mike Frost is a lap down at the minute. Stephen Walker, I think, is boxed because his car was. He'd reshaped his. Ooh, sorry, he'd reshaped his car.
Colmcore.
Yep, Colmcore.
Well.
Good save. To be fair, usually that's a one-way ticket, isn't it?
It certainly is. Yeah, once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
A bit like the DFS sale.
There's Brendan McCarthy. He's a handy driver, isn't he?
He is, yes, and he's been chased by car number 4.
Yeah.
There's a big lock up there by somebody.
With Alexandro Nego in front. And then we've got to jump to the Never Quit Racing boys.
Yeah, I think that may have been Ant Woodward with the lock-up, or even Tony Kloosterman again.
Tony's got the black bonnet, which is the way I'm distinguishing that at the minute.
Yeah, I didn't actually see the lock-up. I just see the smoke from it.
Yeah, or hood for Uncle Bill, who's not with us tonight.
Oh yes, yeah, sorry. Hood, trunk, fender.
Yeah. Bonnet, boot and side.
Shout out to Chris and Marco on the stream. Evening, gents.
Is that Marco Nemela?
No, Marco Luertz.
Right.
We're missing your paint scheme tonight, mate.
We are. Yeah, we like that one. Where the hell is he? Is he doing Le Mans tomorrow or something?
Don't know.
Yeah. So out in front, Aaron Dodd, with about 10, maybe 12 car lengths back to Wayne.
He's pulled the second, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, it's a good gap, that, especially around here. Then there's twice that back to Gary Croft, who's in his first race back in a V8 that I know of. He's doing very. Ooh,
Tony again.
This is very un-Kloosterman-like.
It is, yes. Maybe something a bit mad in the setup he's gone for. I don't know.
Possible. He might have gambled. So Clyde.
Is that locking up behind Tony?
Oh.
That's Kevin Honorato. That's
It
right.
is, yes. I like that paint scheme. That's a really nice paint scheme. Anyway, we need to talk pit stops, don't we? The Nemela effect.
Yeah. So, you know, the optimum pit stop would be lap 16, halfway through the race.
Right. So that's not the first time you can pit, though, is it?
No, definitely not.
Halfway.
I would guess, and it is a guess, that you could possibly stop as early as about lap 10 or 11, maybe,
Right.
and still get enough fuel in to make it to the end.
Okay,
That
so we're
is
halfway
a
through
pure
that.
guess.
Yeah. Because we had Foggy doing the mailer last week, didn't we?
We did, yeah. This is tight. This is tight.
Yeah. That's a duck's bum, that one.
Yeah.
Tony's way
A little
wide
bit
there.
of a rub there. Yeah, I think there was a door bang there.
I don't think there was any contact, was there?
Oh, I think they were very, very close to each other, so it wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me if there was.
Oh, that's a bit wiggly.
Miro,
Miro,
Rousey. Yeah.
Oh, that's the... Is that the new...
Colton
Yeah.
Core trying to take advantage, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's probably faster than his position, if you know what I mean. He's,
Yeah. Thought Miro was going to go for a 300-mile dive bomb there.
Yeah, you'll have to see Concours and see if you can do him a paint scheme. Because that
I'm
one's
cheap.
hideous. Yeah, it's true, folks. He is. Miro going very wide for the cutback, and that's. I mean, he's done all right there. He's miles away from the edge of the track and nowhere near the apex for any of them apart from Colm.
Oh,
that's a chunk.
We see that coming a mile off.
Yep. And that's what I was referring to before. Once the car starts to go, stopping it is almost an impossibility.
Yeah, I think Dean had to almost come to a standstill, didn't he, on the apex there.
And Miro now is going to have all sorts of trouble with aero and braking, because I found that as soon as you dent the front of these, he's wobbly there, look. As soon as you dent them, they do all sorts of weird stuff. I do dent cars a lot, don't I, Clyde?
You do.
Yeah.
I find, normally I find that if it's corner damage, you get some trouble, but if it's proper, straight on the nose, you can sometimes get away with it.
Right.
Although, I'm not sure he is he?
No, he's getting a bit all over. Ooh, Colm, what are you doing, son?
He's
No, the other way.
yeah. He's overeating a loud pedal.
Yeah, didn't hit anything though, so score.
So car number 4 is still chasing down Tony Kloosterman.
Yeah, car number 4's good. He's got some good lines going into corners.
Yeah, if only we knew what his name was.
Yeah, it's a shame. Next up on the car number 4 scalping list is Kevin Honorato, just behind.
There's a lot of tyre locking up going on, I think.
I think it's
right
what I was
throughout
saying.
the field.
Yeah, what I was saying before, when I did my practice laps, I lost my, well, pretty much all my grip. I know I'm not very good, but after about 3 or 4 laps, it wasn't much. The track is quite cold, I think, still. Have you got the temperature on your screen at all?
I can get it for you. It is 83 degrees still.
Yeah, so it's not overly hot, and we are heading towards the afternoon, evening time. Ooh, that's wiggly.
What? That was proper wiggly. That was
Yeah.
a proper tang slapper, that one.
It's the other way. The other way. Somebody phone James, quick.
Switch the sat-nav on.
Yeah.
What?
That's probably the most exuberant rejoin ever. So, Tony Kloosterman, has he got it back together or not? Brendan McCarthy is his future victim, in theory. Oh, that's wiggly. I think everybody did a wiggle there. But you don't get much grip around this track, you never do, even when it's prime, cool track, loads of wear on it and loads of rubber down. You just don't get much grip on this track. Each of these little straights feels like you should be going further on each one, because you're off the gas as soon as you're on it each time. and that's the technical brilliance of this track, and that's why I like it so much.
Pete Bingham and technical brilliance.
I know they're not often
Let me
said
think
in the same
about that one.
I know it's one of those said nobody ever sentences, but I don't think Bathurst's a technical track.
And Marco on the chat, I believe Mr. Nemela is still recovering from his injury.
Oh, right, okay.
So Kevin's car there looks rather beat up.
Colm, what are you doing?
Colm is obviously a drifter in a previous life.
Yeah.
And by drifter, I don't mean a homeless person.
No, you mean out in Tokyo with an overly powered car. Yeah.
With lots of lights under it.
Yeah, there's some damn... Whoa, no, that's going to end reasonably well. Yeah, nice work. James Murphy.
You just see him coming back onto the track and wiping out Miro then.
Yeah, and now he's done an overtake. What's that about? Never mind.
Perhaps he got some extra traction on that grass.
If only everybody knew. Oh, here we go. Something's happened. Something's happened. Car number 4 is now behind Brendan McCarthy.
Brendan McCarthy's sliding all over the place.
Yeah, but Brendan McCarthy's supposed to be in front of Tony. That's what was happening last time.
Looks like these tyres are going off really quick.
Yep. I mean, I may be rubbish in this car, but even I know when the tyres are gone. So we're approaching your lap 10-age.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go, here we go.
So, yeah, this is Tony going past Brendan.
Yeah, he got wiggly.
Brendan got wiggly.
Technical term that, folks, by the way.
Now he's pulled a gap on him.
He has, yeah. Tony has, yeah. He's absolutely done one down the road.
Welcome to Nikolai on the chat. Why ain't you in here, mate?
Yeah, Nikolai
Sort of tapping away on our chat. But yes, you are right. There are some unusual lines, but the way the cars are behaving, I don't think they're doing these lines on purpose. We've lost Colm Core.
Oh,
He's gone. He's had one drift too many.
He was doing all right. He was very entertaining. Oh, there we go. Oh, is this going to be terminal, isn't it?
That's another... Yeah, it was only a little slide, big slide. Yeah, that one's a... Yeah.
That's engine on fire.
That's a black flag job, that one.
Yeah, meatball.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. So, Old Man O'Connor and Shane V. Powell. I do like that section of the track and into this corner. You can take massive liberties on that corner as well. You can get quite a lot of curb. For me, this is a track that I wouldn't say I dislike it, but it's not on my top 10. I don't think necessarily it's on my top 10.
But I tend to do all right round here.
And that's exactly what I was about to say. I do reasonably well round here. I don't crash too much. I crash on this corner a lot. And that one's brilliant as a corner. It's uphill out of it. Just getting the traction out of it is essential because... Oh, Lane's got a freebie. Shane went way wide there and went gardening. He'd be laughing so hard his sporran will fly off. So, Arnaud Cordesses is the next one, lining up Shane Powell. Oh, what have we got going on here?
What we got here?
James Murphy.
Murphy again.
He's had that damage on the right-hand side for a while. Oh, that's a lot of mistakes. And we caught it. We caught it all on camera, James. So happy days. Oh, and he's gone.
Yeah, he's another one had enough.
Yeah, this car is hard to master.
It is, yeah, definitely.
It has to be one of the hardest cars on the iRacing service for sure to drive and do decently in. It has 1,000 ways it can absolutely mash you.
So up front, Aaron and Wayne have pulled a decent gap. Aaron's not really dropping Wayne though.
He's not. No. The XVR. Oh no, it's sorry. Never Quit Racing guys are quite a way back down the road, but these two have stayed together ish.
Yeah, and we're on lap 12 now. So
we've not
which
had
one
anybody...
of these? No, which one of these two is going to blink first?
Well, this is what we were talking about last time, wasn't it? And Aaron Dodd wasn't in last time's race, so he probably doesn't. He's not up to speed with the Nemela effect.
Yeah, and the pit lane actually is probably my favourite.
Right.
I just love the way that you just pile down it at full speed.
Yeah. It's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit like Montreal, in it. That's another one that you're actually going faster down the pit lane than slowing down to take the corner.
Yeah, overtaking people on the straight.
Yeah.
You want to get that fixed, Wayne? It's a bit unsightly.
So here's Gary Croft. Let's say we've known Gary for a number of years.
Yeah, we have, and he's doing brilliantly at the minute, isn't he?
He certainly is.
He's got a good 8 seconds to the car in front. Oh, and Shane Powell.
Yeah, it's
with Arnaud. Yeah.
Good little battle this.
It is, yeah. It's been going on for a little while. Shane's steadily making his way backwards at the minute, which he won't be that happy about. Although he has got 7 places since the start, so he's obviously capitalised at the front and then lost his grip a bit because he's slipped back a couple of places now.
Yeah, I think these two are our biggest movers, aren't they?
Yes, they are. They've both moved up together as well, so they're back in their starting order.
So, what else have we got going on here? So that's Matteo Giray, and that must be Dean Flavel.
Yes, it is.
And Miro. I was going to say that battle we was watching with Shane and Arnaud. That there was 3 cars in it, so that must have been Miro, who's now dropped back into the clutches of these two.
Yeah, he was further up before, so he's obviously struggling with his tyres as well. He's not got any damage, I don't think, although he did. He was the one that drove into the back of... Oh, no, I think.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, you can actually see the damage on the front of his car.
Yeah.
At a certain angle.
Yeah, it'd be like driving with the front of a double-decker bus, won't it? It'll be flattened off and no aero. And it'll be hard to control that as well. The front end will be horrible.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, it caved in, look. Yeah, you can see it.
Okay, I've got Wayne Sanderson in the pits.
Have we got a camera on that, Sam?
He has blinked. There
He has. Right, this is going to be... We're going to see now if this is true of every track, isn't it? So, out in the race. Woo! Miro Hravsky was he in that position a minute ago? He was, wasn't he? Yes.
Yeah. He lost 1 to Dean.
Yeah. Anybody else going to pile down that pit lane? Not yet.
No, they're still...
And Wayne's rejoined behind Andrew Hoffman.
Okay, so eyes on Aaron. Does he blink?
He's got a mighty lead of 10 seconds at the minute. If he's been watching the streams of late, he will be boxing the car this lap, without a doubt, because we've seen how much of an advantage people get. If he doesn't, then we'll be proving whether or not that undercut actually is the thing to do. Because 3 races in a row is more than just a habit.
So, yeah, straight in.
Yep. Yeah, I've been watching the stream.
Or he's listening to us.
Or that, yep.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, that was good.
We're not very good on this pit stop thing.
No, we're not. No.
They could have fuel saved this one.
My timing tower's on top of itself again.
Yeah, well, I've got Aaron's in, and Woodward's in, Tony Kloosterman is in.
Yeah.
Hoffman's in.
Yeah.
I'm just watching Wayne now, see whether he gets past Aaron, and it's close.
Are you giving points for lap leaders or not?
No.
No, okay.
It's close, and he's going to do him.
Is he?
Yeah, but only just.
Oh, he has as well. Oh, big scandal. So that was worth a second and a bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was a second and a half behind, just over, I believe.
Yeah. And now he's come out like on him, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Really?
and that's one lap.
I mean, that's massive. In terms of game changer, that is it. That is a game changer. I mean,
and they fixed a bit of that paintwork on the car as well when he was in the pit. So
I know, that looks pretty good actually. Got his optionals done, didn't he?
Yeah.
He even had time for that. Wow.
So what has Aaron got for Wayne?
Yeah, he's not had to actually overtake anybody yet, has he? Oh no, he overtook Tony at the beginning.
He did, yeah.
Tony
well, he lost it, and then yeah. So Gary
Tony...
Croft was leading, so he's pitted.
Right.
Alexandru Nagu, they're all pitting now, so that must be the limit. Oh, Brendan McCarthy stayed out.
Yeah, he's brave, and Kevin Honorato as well.
Yeah.
Wayne Sanderson's the next one to pass the start-finish straight.
Yeah, so Wayne and Aaron are net 1 and 2.
Yes. Oh.
See, Aaron doesn't want to let Wayne get too far ahead, but he doesn't want to burn his lovely new tyres up either.
No, I mean, this is about tyre preservation now, right? Because, well, that is halfway, right? Lap 16, that was what you were saying before.
Yeah. So that's Gary Croft after his pit stop.
Yeah, he's going
to... So he will be net 3rd.
He's going to feel amazing overtaking at the minute because his tyre grip's going to be immense.
Oh, I thought Tony was going to undercut him then.
Yeah, that's skill, that, isn't it, to avoid that. And there you go. He's stuffed it up the inside there. Brilliant overtake. Hopefully his car's free of whatever ailment he had, providing the ailment wasn't the person driving it.
Well, Chris Jackson has got a theory that Tony's been doing that Porsche Cup Canada thing.
Right.
Racist series that they only let Canadians in.
Oh, yeah.
So he reckons he's only used to the Porsche now.
Right. I thought Tony lived, breathed and slept in his rig for the V8.
He does, and I don't know why he's been talked into the Porsche race. I don't know. Maybe we'll ask him.
Yeah, people better not tell his V8, otherwise his V8's going to get jealous. So, is it my eyes, or is Aaron Dodd actually catching up with Wayne?
Yeah, there wasn't a big gap, was there, anyway?
No, and you only get 2 places where you get any draft, which is on this little bit of straight here, and on the start-finish straight, and the last bit of it as well. Otherwise, you don't benefit.
Tony's picking them up and putting them down at the moment.
He certainly is. It's like they're going backwards, isn't it?
Although, to be fair, I think the cars he's overtaken have not pitted yet. They must be in this time, surely.
Well, if 16's all you can manage, then definitely.
Yeah.
Look at that around the outside. Go Kloosterman.
16 if you're a quick driver, but you know, I because I'm slow.
21.
I
21.
quite often, manage at least another one. So that's Brendan McCarthy and Alexandru Nagu.
Yeah, I don't know that Alexandru's been in. I don't think he has. So, and I know Brendan has.
Yeah, all three have.
Oh, all three have, right, okay. Well, wasn't Brendan McCarthy right at the pointy end a bit ago?
Yeah, he just split last time by.
Yeah, so he's lost out hugely, hasn't he? I'm sure he was vying with Ant Woodward and car number 4.
There's another one in the pits. That is Arno, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ah. Good driving, boys. Didn't hit each other. Always good. Yeah, there's quite a few cars in the pits at the minute.
Lane O'Connor hasn't pitted, has he?
He can't have done. There's no way he's in third. He was nowhere near that before.
It's the last one due to the pits.
Right. He's going to be last in a minute. Dean Flavel and Kevin Duell have both been in the pits for a massive amount of time.
Yeah, it must be damage.
Yeah. Oh, dear. What's that?
Well, so that was Brendan McCarthy has got past Alexandru, and now Kevin's having a go at him.
Yeah.
So Dean Flavel, I've got, is just coming out of the pits now.
Okay.
So looks like he's joining again, and Lane O'Connor's gone in.
Right, okay, that addresses that issue. So that should be us all done, right, Sam?
That should be.
Yep.
Excellent. There we go. So Kevin Honorato looking a bit racy here. He's not stepping out just yet. He's staying in the line of stern of Alexandru at the moment.
Yeah, there is a couple of places on the track where he's definitely quicker, though.
Yes. And that might be set up or just where you're most comfortable sticking your foot down. This is definitely going to be on in a couple of laps, I think. So this is Aaron Dodd has definitely caught the back of Wayne Sanderson.
Yeah. Can he get past him?
It's not easy round here. You really want some draft over the start-finish line and do a block pass into the first turn. But when you do that, you end up on the wrong side for turn 2. So it can be quite difficult. You've got to really plan your approach to an overtake of someone of similar skill.
Yeah, and the track's not really changing too much for these guys. We're still at the same temperature. Obviously, there's a bit more rubber laid down.
That'll make the tyres last ever so slightly longer, but I don't give it much before we start seeing the fishtailing and the twitching and the skidding about. That'll be soon.
Yeah, and then it's just whether you can catch it or not, isn't it?
We've seen some good saves throughout this race so far. Colin Core was one of them. He's left us, unfortunately.
So I think Brendan McCarthy is pretty much back to where he was in 7th.
Yeah, that looks right on my screen. So yeah, I think that's right. It looked really weird when he was so far down the field.
Just gonna stick it in here.
No, he's backed out of it. Yeah, he's backed out of it.
Yeah.
I thought he looked like he was on the brakes too soon, but he's put himself in a good position here for the cutback into this turn.
Yeah, he's on the wrong side of the track, isn't he? For every turn, that's the trouble.
There's no grip out that way. Who's that? Is that Stephen Walker rejoining? In a battered XVR car?
He's proper battered, isn't it?
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Got no trunk.
For Bill.
Wonder why they call it trunk.
Because it used to be a trunk, like a proper trunk.
Yeah, but a trunk on an elephant is at the front.
Well, in that case, a Volkswagen Beetle, the original, is probably right then. So, what we got going on here? Is this a replay?
Yeah.
It was, and now we are back live, guys.
Oh, now we're live, right? Okay.
Yeah, we just missed the pass from Kevin on Alexandru
On a route.
when we were watching the rejoin of Stephen Walker. So
Okay, that was
just watch it back.
a good overtake then. Yeah.
So what's going on with that front battle then? It's still very, very close. Look.
It's getting closer. I think he's now in the place where he'll be lining up and assessing where he thinks he's faster, where he can get an advantage, and where is probably the place where he's going to overtake and make it stick and not have Wayne come back at him. Because round here, that's part of the problem. And that might be enough. No. Door's shut.
Yeah, he was lucky that happened on that part of the track, wasn't he?
Yeah, and you find that round into Lagos that when you want to overtake on a right-hand turn, the following turn is the opposite way, so you end up on the wrong side of the car you're overtaking.
Yeah, I think both of these guys are struggling with traction already.
Possibly. I mean, their lap times aren't slouchy. I mean, 1:34, well, that's the best lap time. What was the last lap time? I'm not sure. Oh, 1:30. Yeah, 1:34, 1:35. Still fast.
Yeah.
Still 3 seconds.
But Wayne seems to be extremely loose entering corners, and Aaron's extremely loose exiting corners.
Yeah, and oddly, Aaron wasn't even attempting to get into his slipstream really then. So I don't understand that exactly, but he was definitely stepped off.
You could get one of those weird overtakes and re-overtakes where sort of Wayne loses it going in and Aaron gets past, and then Aaron loses it coming out and Wayne gets the lead back again.
Yeah, look how he closes up there though. He's definitely. I mean,
the braking, yeah.
Yeah, following is easier for anybody though, isn't it? When they brake, you just brake a little bit harder and you know, make sure you don't hit them and close up on them.
So these guys are on lap 22.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got 10 more at the end of this one.
Oh, there's a lock up there from Wayne. That's not going to do his tyre temperatures any good.
So I've got live tyre data from Wayne.
Oh, wow. Right, okay.
I'm really only joking.
Oh, dear.
Got you all excited though, didn't I?
You really did, yeah. I was like, how's he managed that though? I've never seen that before.
Oh dear.
Wayne's better out of the corners, clearly, because he's just left him for dead. But then Aaron's so much better on the brakes, and he pulls it back in again shortly after.
Yeah. What's going on with Wayne's corner entries then? Is he driving in his rear view mirror?
Could be. We all do it from time to time. You shouldn't. You should, for want of a better term, drive like the Italians, rip off the rear view mirror and throw it out the window. That's what Bill said somebody did to him once when he was racing, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Reached in, ripped his rear view mirror out and threw it on the floor.
Yeah, I think the way these two have been going at it in this race, I think there's some trust between them now anyway. Aaron doesn't look like the type of guy that's just going to throw one down the inside from another postcode.
No, and I think he's going to pull back up to the back of the car in front and back up to the back of Wayne's car and reassess. Oh, he's locked up there though. Reassess where his best place, where his most advantageous place is to overtake him, where he won't come back at him.
Yeah, and it's all like you say. You know, when you got two drivers, equal speed, equal skill levels, it's sometimes about setting up, isn't it? You know, throwing a couple of dummies, a couple of laps on the trot, getting in the car in front's mind. They think you're going to do it, you don't do it, you do it somewhere else, you're taken by surprise, sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Have we had a multi-21 in NQR? Because Tony Kloosterman's in front of Ant Woodward.
No, I think Tony's just been picking them up and putting them down, to be honest.
All right, cool. That's excellent work then.
But to be fair, Ant Woodward is one of those drivers that, you know, if there's a
He's
car
his team
behind him
boss.
that is quicker,
Sees his team boss in the rearview mirror.
yeah.
Thinks better of it. Yeah, that'd be funny. Right, who have we got here then?
So that's
Mateu's got it.
yeah.
With, is that Arno
He's
again?
with Arno, yeah.
These two have been together for quite a while.
Yeah, they've been going at it, haven't they?
And Kevin Honorato isn't too far away from is it Brennan McCarthy?
Yeah, he's following him, isn't he? They was in that battle with Alexandru,
Ah, that's right, yeah.
and they both got past him. Who was that with the battered car in front of these two? That is Kevin Duell.
Yeah, he's had that right hand damage almost the entire race.
Yeah.
Although, I don't remember that side damage. That's new.
Yeah, I don't know whether he got caught in that thing at the start.
Possible.
This is what I was saying about Aaron. You know, just putting himself in positions to make Wayne think, what's he doing? You know, what is he doing?
Yeah, he's stalking him at the minute, isn't he?
Although, you know, we know Wayne for the last season or so, and he's no muck.
Definitely.
You know,
not.
he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah. And
I even punted him off once. I think it was at Watkins Glen.
Did you?
Yeah, he was so slow, he just got in my way, so I had to move him.
Yeah. Said Clyde never. Although I was going to say, I don't remember him being this fast last season.
Yeah, he was up there. He was definitely up there. He's definitely a top 10 runner in the V8 ESC league.
Oh, definitely. But I thought he ended up locking horns with a particular person each week, and I can't remember their name now because I'm terrible with names.
It was it Jamie Wilson?
Jamie Wilson, yeah, or Jamie Sanderson.
Yeah.
See, where's Jamie Wilson? Come back, Jamie. We love you.
So, where are we then? We've still got Gary Croft in third.
We've got 7 laps to get done after this one.
Yeah,
So
Aaron's just being annoying at the moment, which is what he needs to do.
Yeah, wait for a mistake potentially, or keep sizing him up. There might be a last lap lunge. Oh, that's wide.
We've got Shane Powell has crashed somewhere on track.
Oh. Up there, funnily enough. Right in front of these guys. On his own. Bit of over rotation.
Yeah, a bit too much speed into the corner.
Easily
Done
at that point. Don't want to reverse, go forward. No, it didn't hit anything, so nicely done.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's wiggly, isn't it?
Kevin Duell there.
Yeah. Yeah, Kevin Duell's down on speed as well as grip. Because these guys have just taken off in front of him. I know they're not on the same lap, but this is still going on, and it's still fascinating. It's going to go right to the end, this, I think.
Yeah, I believe Tony Kloosterman is starting to reel in Gary Croft.
Yeah, he's got a bit to do, hasn't he? 6 seconds-ish.
Not really seen Wayne take a defensive line yet, though.
No, he's just driving his own line, and that goes to what you were saying before. He's not going to do it around the outside of there. Is he trying something, or has he just got his line wrong? He's just got his line wrong. It's what you were saying before about Wayne. Just he's no mug. Ooh, or is he? He's on the wrong side though. He's on the wrong side. That's never going to work round here. You got a double right-hander coming up, and Wayne can stick it on the inside there. That was a bit wiggly from Aaron as well. I think this is going to carry on right to the end, don't you?
Yeah, I believe it will. Where are we now? Lap 27?
Yep.
So for 5 more at the end of this lap.
And these guys continue to dogfight, don't they?
Yeah.
Theo and Arno.
Unless my timing screen is playing up, I think Brendan McCarthy might be reeling in car number 4 as well.
So there's Brendan. Car number 4 is nowhere to be seen.
That may have just been my timing screen.
Oh, I've abandoned it for now. Kevin Honorato, though, doing a great
he's
job.
sticking with Brendan, isn't he?
Yeah. 8th place, that's got to be good for your iRating.
And I think Nikolai on the chat, I think he's talking about that one, reminds him of a Pepsi can.
Well, Kevin's car.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a really nice paint scheme. Oh, that looked close. So you got to wonder now, haven't you, if you see like moves in strange places, whether he's just getting either desperate or opportunistic.
Yeah, I don't know. I say, to me, it's all about setup. You know, not car setup, as in overtake setup, setting up the driver in front.
Yeah. Tony's not made any further inroads into the gap to Gary Croft.
No, he hasn't, has he?
No, this is going to be an. If it finishes as it is now, it's going to be an Australian 1, 2, 3.
Apart from Gary's in New Zealand.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh right, didn't know that. Does he do the what is it they call it? Is it the hacker?
I would have thought so. Yeah.
Before he races every time.
Yeah, in his underpants.
In his underpants, excellent stuff. Okay, that's good. We'll look forward to a video of that, Gary.
Yeah, we'll get you a video of that, people. So a bit of bright rear damage there on our nose car.
Yeah. It's not really afflicted him that much, though. He's had it for quite a long time. Wayne's got a little bit of comfort space behind him at the moment.
Yeah, he's been under pressure, hasn't he, for the whole second half of this race.
But like you said, though, he's not changing his line.
No.
He's doing nothing but driving his line. And locking up every so often, but, you know, everybody does that in this car.
Although I do think this track, like you say, because like lefts lead into rights, into lefts, it's not really a track that you have to go defensive on, is it? The racing line is pretty defensive anyway, unless you're up against, you know, someone who's just going to dive bomb you every time.
Yeah. And dive bombs do happen on this track. We've not seen it with these guys, so that says an enormous amount about the talent level in here.
They are catching a back marker.
They are. I don't know which one it is.
That's Miro, isn't it?
It's Miro, isn't it? No. Can't. Oh, it is.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
And yeah, Mateu not far in front. Oh, that's a replay.
That was a big lock-up.
It was. That was one of those panicky ones. I'm going to hit him, so I need to stamp on the brake pedal.
That's where you're glad that the tyre model on iRacing doesn't give you 50p piece tyres.
Yeah. Can you imagine that if you had force feedback on that?
Sure,
It'd
that would
rattle
be
all
nasty, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Rattle all my fillings out, that would. See, safely through the first of the two, and not back markers, but cars to be lapped.
Yeah. Wayne is currently praying. Get out of the way, get out of the way, look at the blue flags, get out of the way.
Did you hear his tyres though?
Yeah.
There is a very little grip for Wayne right now.
There's not a great deal for Miro either.
He's all over, isn't he?
Brightening the life out of Wayne.
Oh, look
Get
at
it
the
done
counter.
now.
Look at
We'll
the
get it
counter
done
on
now.
that wheel.
Yeah.
He's sawing away at the apex of the corner. He's doing a great job though. I mean, look at the speed he's carrying.
Presume Aaron has got past as well.
He's
Yes,
just there in the bottom of
there
the
he is.
picture. Big sweeping entry into that corner from Aaron Dodd, trying to get as much advantage onto this sweeping corner as he can get.
So I think next up they're going to catch the Arnaud.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
yeah, Arnaud Cordes. That's what I'm going with anyway.
So this is the penultimate lap.
Oh, it is. That crept up on me, and no surprise, Aaron's gone all fighty all of a sudden, trying to confuse Wayne.
Well, that was
with all the
defensive.
traffic. It was, but it's not going to impair him too much, I don't think. I think it's going to be a stuff it on the inside here. Oh, that was a lock-up from Wayne, though. Maybe not, then. Look at the flies on the front of that car.
Yeah. That's well done, Arnaud, there, getting out of the way.
It was.
You don't want to get involved in this.
No, that was good. Oh, Wayne! Wayne. Oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good.
This is a drag race down to turn one.
Left-hand turn just here.
Wayne still
Now,
got it.
Aaron's got a massive run here, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good move from Wayne. That's
He had to cover that, didn't he?
He did. You can go around the outside of
You
this
can,
time.
and then you've got the inside for the next one.
Yeah, and he's not going to manage it because Wayne's done that very well.
Yeah, he braked really late there, didn't he? So,
He did.
final lap.
Here we go. We can't leave this. We
No,
just can't.
apologies to everybody else in the field, but we
Yeah.
need to see what happens here.
You can have a massive pile-up and an elephant stood on your car. We're not going to watch anything but this, I'm afraid.
Another car getting out of the way nicely.
Yeah. I don't know who that was. I think it's oh, no, Wayne. What are
That was net code.
you doing? It was. There was
That
miles
was
of it.
net code. But if I was Aaron, I'd be slowing down and letting him go. And I think he is. Good lad.
Yeah.
Is he?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he
he's
is.
right in back markers.
Yeah, the back markers are going through. Well done, Aaron.
Yeah.
Chill out, Wayne. Chill
Yeah.
out. He's
You're
letting
gonna
you have
wreck
it.
further if you lose your traction.
Lights are on now as well.
What time is it? Game time. It's only 5:20.
Where is Aaron? There he is.
There.
Yeah.
There
That
we
is
go.
really,
Right.
really good to see that.
Yeah.
Really good.
Proper applause for Aaron Dodd. And it's on again. Is he going to drag him down this race or not? Down this straight. He got a bit of wheel spin, Aaron Dodd.
He did, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. But hats off to him. Very good sportsmanship.
Yeah, certainly was.
Wayne Stanton is going to be our race
victory.
winner.
He did really well there, Wayne. That little incident wasn't his fault. So Gary Croft is currently in third.
Yep, Gary Croft in third, Tony Clouston in fourth, Ant Woodward in fifth, Carl Four in sixth, Brendan McCarthy will cross the line in 7th. Where am I? Kevin Honorato in 8th. Andrew Nagu in 9th. Andrew Hoffman chasing him for 10th place. I mean, that's a good result for Andrew Hoffman.
Good. Yeah, that is a very good result. Well done, Andrew. And Lane.
And Lane O'Connor right behind him, yes. With a bit of flashy lighty. Here we go. This is still going on. This is Arno.
This is Arno. Yeah. These are the last of our drivers on the lead lap.
Oh yeah, yes they are. And he's not going to manage it without a better drive out of that corner than that. So Arno will beat his countryman Mateu to the line. And that was Arno in 12th.
I did see somebody just commit suicide in the background.
No, I didn't see that. Who was that then, I wonder? And Mateu in 13th. So rounding out the rest of the field for the people 1 lap down or further is Miro Hraski in 14th, Shane V. Powell in 15th, Dean Flavel in 16th, Kevin Duell in 17th, Stephen Walker still circulating somewhere, nice slide on, in 18th, James Murphy in 19th, Colin Core in 20th, and Michael Frost in 21st.
Yeah, and a cracking little comment there from Shane Powell. I was slightly less shit than last week.
That's a good one. Oh, I like that.
Right, so sum that one up for us, Pete.
I don't think I can this time. Top 2, brilliant race. Massive brilliance for sportsmanship. They're Olympic sportsmanship people. Unusual activity from Tony Clouston at the beginning. He dropped a number of places. It'd be interesting to see if he's in the chat and wants an interview, because I think you should ask him exactly what was going on there. There's some good crashes, it has to be said, and very, very competitive all the way through the field again. Fascinating race.
Excellent. Right, let's get these interviews underway then. So we have got our race winner, Wayne Sanderson. Over to you, Pete.
Wayne Sanderson, Sando, how are you doing? Welcome to the booth.
Thank you.
Have you got sick of seeing Aaron Dodd in your rearview mirror?
Yeah, it was a little bit like that, I have to admit, but took your advice and did the undercut. So
yeah, it did work for you, didn't it? It did work. So that's going to be a feature. We're going to get people pitting on lap 1 next time, aren't we?
I'm sure.
It's not easy to find grip around Interlagos, is it?
No, it's very, very, very slippery, and lots of slow corners as well to just light up the rear tyres, and yeah, not a very comfortable track to get around.
And I'm guessing, just an assumption, but I'm pretty guaranteed what I'll get as a response. You took tyres on your pit stop? Absolutely. Any standout moments for you other than getting that? Did you know that the nudge was a bit of a netcode nudge?
No, I didn't actually, but it was the last lap, and all sort of fair really. Hats off to Aaron for actually slowing down and letting me pass. He probably didn't have to at the end of the day. He was having a go, and I'd probably try the same thing. So, but no, hats off to him. Not quite the way I wanted to win my first one.
A win's a win, mate.
Yeah, no, I'll take it. Sure.
I've not had that many, so I don't know really what it feels like. I've forgotten, because it was that long ago since I won. Yeah, brilliant race. Finished first. Any shout-outs to anybody?
Just to the XVR guys, obviously. Power Max Racing, Tim Mortal, the Virtual Racing Association. And I'll give a quick shout out to my father, who's turning 80 on Sunday, back in Australia. So for obvious reasons, I can't actually be there with him to celebrate it. So shout out to Max.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thanks, guys.
Hope I make it to 80. That's for sure. For certain. Not sure I will. So congratulations on your race win. That'll bring you up in the standings on Clyde's local tracker for this race each week, and your bragging rights will continue to build.
Great, thank you.
Thank you very much, Wayne Sanderson.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for the broadcast too.
Okay, let's get Tony Kloosterman in then and find out what was going on. Tony Kloosterman, welcome to the booth.
How you doing, Clyde?
Yeah, very good, very good. A very un-Kloosterman-like race was the comment on the broadcast. You had an awesome start, and then your car just seemed to, I don't know, go wild on you.
Yeah, that'll be 15 minutes of practice this week, and not really having a good setup. So it was a battle today. I was fighting the car the entire time. Really great to see Gary Croft back in the car and having a great result, and a good result for Ant as well.
Yeah, we did mention it was good to see Gary back. Chris Jackson has a theory that you're spending too much time in the Porsche now and not in the V8. Is that true?
Well, yeah, we're racing in the Porsche Canada series, so putting a lot of effort into that, probably more than I should, and it is detracting from my V8 work.
But, you know, fourth overall, and from just watching the bits of you that we see in the broadcast, like I say, the first half of the race seemed to go not horribly wrong, but, you know, you was a bit wild. But the second half of the race was oh, right, yeah, I've sussed it now. I'm back in this car. I know this track. And you was just picking them up and putting them down.
Yeah, second half was much better. I didn't burn the tires up out of the pits, and actually had a great pit stop. I think I had a great pit stop anyways. Made up a bunch of time there on Ant, and was able to make up a number of positions, but Gary eluded me.
He certainly did, yes. So before we let you go, Tony, any shout-outs?
Never Quit Racing, Simability, Race Tech are sponsor for our main series, and you guys at Backfire for doing a great broadcast. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you, Tony, and we'll hopefully catch you next week.
Take care, guys.
Right, you've got a choice now, Pete.
Yeah.
You can have Old Man Connor,
Yeah.
Andrew Hoffman, or Ant Woodward.
I'll have Ant Woodward.
Ant Woodward. Here we go.
Good evening, Ant Woodward. Welcome to the booth.
Good evening.
So, fifth place behind your team boss.
Good that.
Hey, what?
It's good that.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. When your team boss came up behind you, did you think, I better let this guy go? It's not worth my job.
Yeah, all the time. He usually just scares me completely off track.
I've been there.
Yeah, it's the Kloosterman effect.
Yeah, it is.
But,
yeah.
Did you see him on the pit stop?
No. Tell us about that. I'll find it later.
Pit entry. I pitted, looked in the mirror, and he's coming at hundreds of miles an hour towards me at the line. So he made up a bunch of time going into
Just
pit
in the
lane,
braking
basically.
zone.
Yeah. And then when we dropped, the cars dropped together, and he beat me out of pit lane. So I was happy with that. Let him go.
Right. And the guy that finished behind you, can you say his surname?
We've just seen that on the replay, and
Yeah. No, I can't.
No. Okay. So you had a great race in terms of being around your own teammates for pretty much the entire race. And you seemed very smooth all the way around. No massive lockups from you, like we saw from some of the others. Do you get on well with Interlagos?
Yeah, not. I haven't historically, no, but I think I've possibly found something, just lately. hate to say that because now I'll do rubbish, but
Yeah, now you'll power into the
just-
wall. Yeah.
just listening to Marco Namella on the podcast.
Yeah.
I did a bit of statement analysis on that and decoded what he was saying, and I put in the same into practice. I can't tell you what it is.
All right. Okay. Ooh,
Intrigue.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna have to
Ooh.
sniff that one out.
Yeah,
So,
we're going to have to torture him now.
Yeah. So if anybody's watching, you need to watch the podcast. When's the next podcast, Clyde?
End of the month.
End of the month. Be
Yeah,
there
I think
for-
Ant's talking about the one that Marco was at last time out. So
Oh, right. Okay.
you'll have
He
to
was a
flip
guest.
back through them.
I believe he was a guest driver, and
Yeah.
there was questions asked about where his recent pace came from. That's the
Okay.
bit. There's an embedded confession in there.
Right. Okay. That's cool. So yeah, ultimately fifth place. On a track where there's hardly any grip ever. You did fantastically well. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Obviously, my daughter Evie May, Never Quit Racing, the team, and Simmobility team sponsors, Race Tech for sponsoring the mini league, and Greg Carr for the paint, and so Gary Croft, first time back for ages, and he gets a third, I believe.
Yeah, that's a
So
good
big
effort.
shout out to Gary.
Yep.
And you guys knocking it out the park as usual. But
Hey.
I'd need to back up actually to an interview the other night. I did say some things, and I said I never expected you to do this good, but I fully expected Sam to be this good. I forgot about Sam. Yeah. So it's no
Yeah.
surprise. We've all seen the Asia paint job. Yeah, no surprise that Sam's doing this good. But yeah, loving it, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Sam's nothing without us, and so we sort of leave him out of it.
Yeah, Clyde's a pretty face of all this. Ant Woodward, fifth place. Excellent work. Thank you very much.
Thank you, lads.
My flushing skills are supreme tonight.
Yeah,
Let's get Lane in because I think Lane was in here
he'll
first.
need a nap. He'll need his sleep.
Yeah. Old boy, are we awake?
Hello.
Hello. Right.
Mr.
So,
Doubtfire.
11th place, halfway up the field, steady race. We see you having some good battles in and around a few others. Describe your race for us.
Right. Basically, I went in just to survive tonight because I've been smashed out the last 6-7 races. So I thought, right, go in there and just take your time and see how you get on. Just survive it. So that's how it was going. And then I went to pit, and I kept saying to crew chief, fuel me at the end of the race. He kept going, I don't understand you. I can't hear you. And he kept going like this. So I'm absolutely freaking out, man. For 4 laps, I'm missing gears. I'm going, what? I'm absolutely going mental. You must have seen it. Because I lost about a second and a half, 2 seconds a lap for about 4 laps. I was going mental. But Stephen Walker was in one of my chat rooms, and he come in and he says, right, you need X amount. So I went into the pit, put X amount in, and at the end of the race I had about 5 laps extra, man. I was going mental.
I would love to have heard that.
Oh, you wouldn't? No, you wouldn't have heard. I was actually shouting and swearing at crew chief. I'm saying, "Jam, I was going mental."
Do they not do a Scottish add-on then?
No, obviously no.
Yeah, that's funny.
So, like I say, 11th place, you got to be happy with that. You said you've had not a slow plod, but kept it on the track. Do you like Interlagos generally, or
Yes.
is it you
Yes.
do? So you enjoy that track?
Great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do enjoy that track. I think I think it actually suits that car, and I think you can get some good passing going on and stuff like that. But listen, I've got to say, Andrew Hoffman, man. when I come out the pits, I was 10 seconds behind him. I was chasing, and after a wee while, I thought, nah, I'm not going to get him. And the last 2 laps, I was so close to him, and he's come on leaps and bounds. See, a year ago, he'd have thrown that off the track, man.
Most definitely. I think Andrew's got a new team this season, so I think that's doing him the world of good. So before we let you go, Lane, anybody you'd like to thank? Any abuse you'd like to throw at Nicole and Johnny?
Yeah, aye, Nichols a pussy, Johnny's a twat. Andrew's quicker than all of them. And that's about it, really.
Well, you can't say fairer than that, can you? So thanks for joining us in the booth, Lane. Well done on your nice clean race, and we'll let you go.
Yeah, cheers to you guys, and race deck, backfire, all that. I shall catch you all.
Yeah, thanks for that, Lane. Catch you later.
Cheers, Lane.
Cheers.
Another perfect flush. Right, so we will bring in Andrew Hoffman, our new teammate. All for you, Pete.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Andrew Hoffman, welcome to the booth, our 10th place guy.
Yeah, feels good, especially I was just speaking to Lane about that, how I managed to hold him off, so got a bit of a...
Yeah. You had a really good race. It was remarkably clean, given the fact that last time out there was a bit of a crash fest. And you made your way steadily forward a little bit, which is better than you can hope for, really, especially around Interlagos. There's not much grip round here, is there?
No. I actually wasn't going to qualify, and I thought with the tight and twisty track, I better. And then the carnage happened at the front, and it just sat in 10th and stole Clyde's crew chief. He helped, and it was just held on the 10th, so it was good.
Yeah, it was. We saw you in some close battles as well. And like you said, Lane O'Connor was tracking you down at the end of the race, but you managed to fend him off. You must be really proud of a 10th place, given the field that you're up against.
Very, very happy. Very happy to finish in front of Lane as well. That's him being a regular in the league. It's really ticked the box.
Yeah, cool. And you've ended up with a tidy amount of iRating at the end of it as well, because these are obviously official races, just so the people at home understand that these are official. So that's going to be good for your profile, isn't it?
That's going to be excellent. And I do believe only one incident point too, so that's a huge help.
Yeah, and again, for the people at home, that means safety rating for Andrew, and for anyone else who gets a low amount of incidents around the lap. Any standout moments for you, or just getting round in 10th is good enough?
To be honest, finishing in front of Lane, that's that's
that's class. So, any shout-outs from you for tonight, Andrew?
Yeah, yourselves for the broadcast, Simsport TV, and have a crack, who's sort of still there in the background for the setup, but it didn't last all session, but it was pretty good. And yeah, you, Pete, for the interview. Vote one.
Nice one, mate. So enjoy your weekend, Andrew. Congratulations on your top 10, and we'll see you next time.
You will. Okay, thank you, boy.
Good flush.
Do you know what? I've just been the flushing king tonight.
You have, yeah. That's awesome.
So, quick recap on that race. So the front two ended up running away with it. Really good battle throughout the whole race with them two. Unfortunate incident at the end, but great sportsmanship from Aaron Dodd. Some really good runs, mention for Gary Croft, been out of the car a long time, comes back, gets to third. Tony Kloosterman got it all together in the end, finished fourth, and Woodward had a good finish. Lane and Andrew there, and even, our new guys, doing well. So, the future's looking rosy at the moment, Pete, for this car and this series.
It is, and when you consider that car number 4 finished in 6th against people that we've seen regularly winning races. And with when you look at the I ratings of these people, they're I mean, car number 4 has got quite a high I rating. It's hopefully we're attracting more of those sorts of people into this particular session in the week. It's been an exciting night. It's been what Interlagos always delivers, which is lack of traction, fantastic different lines into corners, and an interesting way to either win or overtake or whatever's going on. Tony Kloosterman doing an approach to pit lane which manages to get him a position effectively. That's spectacular, and great sportsmanship from Aaron Dodd. I mean, you'd doff your hat to that, wouldn't you?
Most definitely. So that's week 2 over and done with. So we are back. Well, we're taking part in the 24-hour Le Mans race tomorrow. I have a strange feeling that's not going to go too well. But yeah, we're having a go. We will be back on Wednesday with round 3 of the BSTV GT4 TCR Challenge, which should be a corker. We've had some really, really good races in that so far. And then we'll be back same time next week on Friday for the week 3 European Strength of Field race. So I would like to thank Sam for everything he's doing on the cameras, for Pete, my co-commentator, for everybody that's watching, and all the drivers that take part. So it's good night from me.
And it's good night from me.
And good night from me. Thanks, everyone.